Hi there, this is Book of Mormon Reader. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. At the beginning of a year, it is typical for people to make resolutions and goals and to sort of get a little bit introspective. And regardless of what else goes on in your life, if you would like to have that sort of spiritual boost in your life, it's always recommended to spend time reading the scriptures. And it has been said by the prophet Joseph Smith himself that reading the Book of Mormon will bring a man closer to God than by reading any other book. So regardless of what other wonderful things that you're reading, and I have read lots and lots of wonderful books, nothing else will bring you closer to God, according to the prophet Joseph Smith, than reading the Book of Mormon. And so now that my initial task of, sort of just plowing through it in 90 days is completed, I can sort of take another step and look at it from another way. And I don't have that time crunch of 90 days hanging over me. That was a very deliberate way for me to set a goal to hold myself accountable. Now that I've completed that, I can relax on that and really just enjoy the scriptures as a matter of, maybe 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, whatever I can set aside for it. And as I reflect on the last time I tried to take the challenge to read the Book of Mormon in 90 days, we get all these great ideas and then we sort of slack off. Well, I found this, which is a book that I got at a place, and I started with each little chapter, and I wrote down here my feelings about it. And it just says, we've been admonished, even commanded to study the scriptures with our families. Part of our effort to do this and show our obedience is writing down our impressions and pulling out the principles that have been preserved therein. This is what I consider personal revelation. I love the scriptures. I'm looking forward to doing this and wanted to pick it up. And it's interesting because this one says June 4th, 2001. That's how long ago it was that I said, let me start again. And I made it through June 4th, June 5th, June 10th, June 18th. And each one it sort of slacks off a little bit more. And then I'm in July, chapter 9, chapter 10, and August 26th, September 2nd. And each time a little bit more time went by. January 30th, 2nd Nephi 6. So you can see how long it took me to get through just to 2nd Nephi 6. But so what? So what? I mean, life happens. Stuff happens. So allow me to be the little cheerleader, and doesn't matter where you are, it matters where you're going. And along the path, whether it takes 90 days or 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, a year, or 2 years, it doesn't matter as long as you're facing in that direction. I've heard it said that, even God can't move a ship that's, direct a ship that's not moving. So as long as you're doing something in that effort, that you're keeping it, in the forefront of your mind, I think you'll be blessed for it. And there's so many different ways to study the Book of Mormon. There's so many different ways. You can just pick a single topic and go through that topic. You can pick a little family that you'd like to study. There's so many things that you can study about the Book of Mormon. Listening to Backyard Professor's library of all I think it's infinite what you can look at. And each time you put on a different pair of glasses, you're going to find something different in the Book of Mormon. This is the exact same reason why I encouraged people to read it. Just read it. Share that with us. Everybody has a different take on it. Everybody's got a different personality. I was in the church bookstore this last week, and the story of Laman and Lemuel was told in a little children's book. And little kids dressed up in costumes, and somebody taking pictures of little kids. I mean, like little babies, like not quite as young as the ones from Ann Geddes, but that was how they told the story of Laman and Lemuel and Nephi and Sam and Lehi, and they were all just little kids dressed up in costumes. So there's so many different ways that you can study this amazing volume of scripture from the Lord. You can do it in a funny way. Somebody suggested that I have primary kids and eat a tostada from El Cholo's to make it less boring. And if the scriptures are boring to you, there's not anything that somebody could do for you until you start opening your eyes and looking at them a different way, because I'm utterly fascinated by the scriptures and all the different levels and layers. I also received a whole list of the kind of conditions that would have had to be present if Joseph Smith, who translated it, were actually fabricating such a thing. And I can't even begin to tell you about the amazing experience that I was blessed to have by giving myself this challenge. I don't want to get real emotional about it, but let's just say that I was blessed beyond measure because I was obedient to the counsel of the prophet to do this challenge. What was this? 7 years ago? I thought it was only 4 years ago, but as I look at the date up here, my gosh, it was a long time ago. So anyway, I want to just do a little bit at a time. I also have another resource. It's the family Book of Mormon. So I'm going to try and, I'm not going to try and tackle it in a big, chunk like I did the last time. But I'm not going to set it aside either. I know that the course of study this year in our church is not the Book of Mormon, but I'm still going to read the Book of Mormon. And I think it was Hair Bearer, one of my subscribers, who said, "What say you? Go again?" Absolutely. Absolutely. It's something that you just got to keep with you every single day. Like if you exercise every single day, you'll stay in shape. If you do your spiritual exercises every day, you'll stay in spiritual shape. So I really am enjoying the exchange and holding each other accountable and linking elbows and moving forward with you. I do appreciate your support and also your consideration. So thanks again. I'm Book of Mormon Reader, and Happy New Year.